Right now at noon, voters will have to decide whether to vote yes or no on two important questions tomorrow. We'll take a look at those two referendums and what they would do. Plus, tensions escalate in the Middle East, the latest on a ceasefire negotiation as the region braces for a possible all-out war. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Josh Spreiter. We start with an update on an investigation in Janesville after a wanted Milwaukee man was arrested there. Sunday afternoon, the Milwaukee Police Department asked Janesville PD to help locate a suspect on Randall Avenue. That's about 3 blocks west from Hawthorne Park. Police were in a pursuit of a suspect with a warrant out for his arrest. The suspect was wanted for strangulation and suffocation, domestic abuse. When JPD arrived, they made contact with the suspect over the phone. The suspect refused to exit and was believed to be armed with a gun. Janesville SWAT negotiated over the phone and were able to get the suspect to exit the residence and taken into custody. The 37-year-old Janesville man is on probation and will be held at the Rock County Jail. Well, chances for showers returning to the forecast. First Storm meteorologist Savannah Brito has a look at your certified most accurate weather. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Josh. Thank you. Yes, we do have a chance of isolated showers this afternoon and tomorrow. I do think our best chance is going to hold off until Thursday and potentially maybe even some stronger storms associated with that cutoff low pressure system, which we'll talk about in a minute. But there is an isolated chance as we go through the next couple of hours, really focusing on areas west and southwest of even southern Wisconsin. So our chances locally pretty low. Warmer temperatures are going to return. We're already close to the 80-degree mark this afternoon. Temperatures creep upwards the next couple of days before cooling down a little bit with your rain chances and storm chances both returning mid to late week. We sit at 78 right now in Madison. Most temperatures across Dane County are sitting in the upper 70s, but Perry is sitting a little bit cooler than that, Mount Horeb too. Most of southern Wisconsin in the 70s. We don't quite have any 80s besides Sheboygan right now, but a couple of other areas could squeeze out that 80. I do think we have a good shot of that in Madison because of the sunshine. But again, we're watching Thursday. We'll talk about the potential for storms coming up a little later.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Breaking news now at noon. You're taking a live look in Fitchburg where a person is in the hospital after an officer-involved shooting. It was along Whispering Pines Way. It started earlier this morning when police got a 911 call about an altercation between a couple. When police arrived, they say they found an armed person charging at them. That's when an officer shot the person. That suspect is currently in the hospital. Again, this is a live look at the scene in Fitchburg. An active investigation underway. You can stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com. For more information. We'll provide you with new developments as they come into the newsroom. Well, voters will head to the polls tomorrow for the state's partisan primary election. Ballots across the state, regardless of party, will include two constitutional referendums. Both questions look to give the state legislature a check on the governor regarding how money is spent by the state. Democrats have campaigned for a no vote to both referendums, while Republicans have pushed for a yes vote. On For the Record, we heard from both sides of the issue. Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski, a Democrat, pointed to the legislature's limited action during the COVID pandemic.
We've seen what happens. I mean, during COVID, a pandemic, they were the least active full-time legislature in the country. They didn't work for over 300 days. They can't effectively make sure we get funds immediately. And so these are the concerns that we're going to have is how could those funds quickly get to the folks that need it when they're constantly in gridlock?
We also heard from Rick Eisenberg from the conservative-leaning Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty. He argues the amendments would help curtail the influence of special interests.
And I think it's because special interests know that when there's one decision maker, it's easier to exert their influence on that one decision maker than when you have to have a broad degree of support. You have to have the legislature and the governor working together.
10 of the last 11 state constitutional referendums have passed. This dates back to 1996. CBS News is learning President Biden's top advisor for Mideast affairs has tentative plans to fly to Egypt this week to attend hostage ceasefire talks. It comes amid new signs of escalation in that region. On Sunday, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin ordered the USS Lincoln to get to the area faster. And in a rare announcement, the Pentagon also deployed the guided missile submarine USS Georgia to the region.
I hope that the threats of American president probably convinced the Iranians to think twice.
Today, the leaders of the United Kingdom, Germany, and France released a joint statement calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, the release of hostages, and the unfettered delivery of aid to Gaza. They urged Iran and its proxies like Lebanon's Hezbollah to refrain from attacks that could further escalate the conflict in that region. We'll still head for us this afternoon. If you have a question or concern about your plants or garden, now's the time to send us your questions via email to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will join us later in this broadcast with the answers. Again, that is tips@channel3000.com. Up next, a fall season favorite is making an early return. Plus, Disney making some big announcements at its D23 convention.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, ProAdjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
China Lights is back this fall at Berner Botanical Gardens in Milwaukee. This spectacular event has been leaving visitors awestruck for its magnificent array of over 40 huge lanterns. China Lights Year of the Dragon is simply amazing, with animals, entertainment, food, and an interactive zone. This event is for the whole family. China Lights opens September 13th and runs through October 27th. Buy your tickets now. The experience is breathtaking.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home, and of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
Oh man, you get a 5-star review, that's like the Cadillac of all Cadillacs.
I have a lot of them. Oh, you're Jake? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Jake. And they're like, oh, I saw your reviews. It's really good.
Quality service quickly, that's what you get with Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Disney made some big announcements at its D23 convention over the weekend. The company is expanding its cruise line, adding 4 new ships between 2027 and 2031. Disney is also adding new attractions to its theme parks, including an Avatar experience at its Disneyland Anaheim location and new sections dedicated to Disney's villains at the Magic Kingdom in Florida. It was a good weekend at the box office for married actors Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Reynolds' Deadpool and Wolverine was on top again, pulling in just over $54 million in North America. Lively's It Ends With Us debuted at second with around $50 million. And Twisters took third, pulling in $15 million. And the first day of fall is still over a month away, but already retailers are releasing their pumpkin spice products. Starting today, Krispy Kreme is serving up its pumpkin spice cake donut and pumpkin spice latte. 7-Eleven released a pumpkin spice Slurpee earlier this month, but at just 5 locations. And Dunkin' has announced the release of an alcoholic spiked pumpkin spice iced latte. That'll be sold at grocery and package stores in 27 states. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. The Dow is down 184 points, NASDAQ up 27, and the S&P 500 up 13. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Savannah is tracking your first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs and the Mazda Miata Grand Touring Convertible Roadster.
You'll soon vote on two misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the MAGA politicians in the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. They gerrymander, deny elections, and push abortion bans. Don't give MAGA politicians the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
Make summer unforgettable with help from Menards. Whether you're soaking up the sun or relaxing indoors, we have what you need for outdoor fun. From creating the perfect place to entertain family and friends, to stocking up on your favorite summer essentials, Menards is your one-stop shop for your next summer adventure. Check out all the hot deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. It's hard for her to get out of the house, and she's missed so many good times. She's getting worse, and we need help with decisions about her care. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, a Grace hospice care can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble and edema better. And today, she's feeling up to a birthday party. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn how a Grace can connect with you.
The all-new Tempur-Pedic Adapt mattresses are here at Steinhafels. Expertly engineered with the most advanced pressure-relieving material to make aches and pains a thing of the past. Get the new Tempur Adapt for only $52 per month when you use Steinhafels 60-month financing. Plus, you'll get $300 in Steinhafels cash. There's nothing like a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic from Steinhafels. Start sleeping better tonight. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Joe Biden made Kamala Harris border czar to fix immigration. First, she ignored it.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point.
Then she just lied.
The border is secure.
10 million illegal immigrants. Migrant crime out of control. Fentanyl kills thousands.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris. Failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, I learned to swim with Olympic champ Ryan Lochte, plus the very funny Dion Cole.
This is my talk show, J. Hud voice.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
The most important part of my job is to make sure that our public, our community is safe, and also to educate the public on weather. We're the certified most accurate team in town for forecasting, so that forecast has to be ready when you walk in the door. Always first, always accurate.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We're back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on a Monday. Hi, Pam.
Hello there, cutie. Yeah, we're getting ready for Wisconsin Farm Technology Days. That's going to start tomorrow. Chippewa County is going to be the host. Fabulous Farm Babe is going to be up there for the day. And I just wanted folks to know that if you're planning on attending, the emphasis is going to be on hay and forage-making equipment. Close Farms is an adjacent farm to the Country Music Fest grounds where the show itself, Tent City, will be housed. They'll be showing the demonstrations, having field demonstrations and things like that. Show hours are 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, one caveat that you want to be aware of, you can buy tickets online. That'll cost you $12 per person. If you wait until you get to the gate, that's going to be $15 per person, and they prefer cash. Don't hesitate to bring the kids. 12 and younger are free as far as admission's concerned. They've got a special mini passport program that they've put in place where kids can get there, get their passports, and then they travel around the grounds, learn different things about different agriculture technologies like drones, etc. Kind of a fun way to engage package them. And of course, there's all kinds of other innovative exhibits. The rural events tent, for example, is going to feature a lot of locally produced food and farmers market vendors that are there. So 9 until 4, beginning tomorrow, running through Thursday at the Country Music Fest grounds in Cadott, with Close Farms and Adjacent Farm as their demonstration spots. So we got the World Ag Supply Demand Report out this morning. One area I noticed, they are increasing production big time as far as U.S. soybeans are concerned. Corn yields also look like they're going up. The one area that I noticed, dairy. Milk, they believe production's going to stay flat. Just not enough cows out there, and production has not necessarily gained as much as we might have thought. Today in Chicago, that is reflected in our numbers. Barrel cheese on a Monday up 8.5 cents at $2.09. 40-pound block cheese up 4 1/4 at $2 even. Joshy boy, look at this. Butter up 4 1/4 cents today, closed at $3.14 1/4 per pound.
Wow.
That is, I can't remember the last time that we hit that elevated note. So yeah, big day for dairy, and some of it because of that World Ag Supply Demand Report.
Yeah, starting the week off strong with the numbers there, Pam.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we will not see you tomorrow because you're going to be busy on the Farm Technology Days, but we'll see you again Wednesday.
You betcha.
All right. Well, you have a good one, Pam.
All right. See you later, buddy.
Let's get to First Warn meteorologist Savannah Brito now with your certified most accurate forecast. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Josh. Thank you. Temperatures, they're warming up pretty quickly. That was what I was saying this morning. We're getting very close to 80 already. Madison sitting at 78, 78 in Stoughton, 79 in Wanakee, 77 in Verona. I do think there'll be more 80s out there. That's what the daytime highs will achieve. Already the case in Sheboygan. Everywhere else sitting in the 70s, 77 in Janesville, 78 in the Dells, 72 in Mineral Point. So some of us still sitting in the lower 70s. Humidity levels, those are also starting to increase at least a little bit out there. Today not going to be super humid, nor will Tuesday, but Wednesday night into Thursday, that's when you can see dew points rise again. With Thursday, the dew points rising and humidity levels increasing, I do think we'll have to watch for storms, those only being one of the chance or some of the factors, but also just because we have a cutoff low pressure system that's going to move closer to southern Wisconsin. As that tracks in, the focal point for severe weather will be very close to that. I'll show you a map of what that could look like as we head for Thursday morning in just a bit, but some isolated showers today cannot be ruled out. Most, if not all, of southern Wisconsin will stay dry. I think the better chance is going to stay west of the area, even west of southern Wisconsin. Clouds are going to increase, though. Briefly, we'll see some sunshine still, and then clearing skies this evening into later overnight hours of early tomorrow morning. Temperatures going to fall in the 50s, and then again we'll be somewhere in the upper 70s, lower 80s tomorrow. I think we'll top out at about 81 or 82 in Madison. That'll carry over into Wednesday before we turn to a more active pattern Wednesday night into Thursday, and then potentially Friday. This is the cutoff low, eventually going to be a cutoff low. That moves in for southwestern Minnesota. This is 7 a.m. Thursday. As that tracks further northeast, the focal point of severe weather as that cutoff low kind of cuts off, and then with the warm front too. So we could see some strong to even severe thunderstorms associated with the system. That'll kind of depend on that ultimate placement. That's a huge key factor. And if we are able to squeeze any strong to severe storms out, that would be Thursday afternoon and then into the evening, though, at least for us across southern Wisconsin. Didn't go for alert day conditions yet, but we will have to call that maybe tomorrow if conditions are looking favorable for that on Thursday. Dew points are also going to rise, like I mentioned, a little bit, but that's all sitting southwest of here. Mid 60-degree dew points. That's eventually going to slide into our area, especially by Thursday and Friday. We could even see close to 70-degree dew points. So again, that kind of helping fuel potentially some stronger storms associated with that low pressure system. The next couple of days, 80s, and then we'll see a couple degrees cooler as far as daytime highs go Thursday and Friday. That'll last into the weekend, and I do think we'll have somewhat of an active pattern during that time frame. Could even start to track or keep showers and storms in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. Definitely not looking the same as far as the weekend we just had, Josh. It was beautiful.
Oh, it really was. It was a nice just break. I think a lot of folks trying to take advantage of it.
I just wish we could copy and paste that weekend into next weekend.
Unfortunately, we can't, especially here in Wisconsin, right?
Nope, we can't.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and today he has a choice to make.
The one question that I get asked lots is, what's your favorite recipe? Well, that's like asking a parent which of their children they love more. I just can't choose a favorite. However, I do have a handful of go-to recipes like the one I'm sharing with you today. We start by placing some chicken breast in a baking pan and topping each piece with a slice of Swiss cheese. On top of that, go some sliced mushrooms. Now, for the sauce that makes this dish so moist and flavorful, we combine a can of cream of chicken soup with some white wine and pour it over the mushrooms. Now we sprinkle the top with a generous amount of dry stuffing mix. This is going to give these some real crunch. We drizzle on a little melted butter, and into the oven it goes until the chicken is cooked through and the topping is browned. Doesn't this look amazing? One forkful is all it takes to realize just how moist and flavorful it is. To get the recipe for what we call Fancy Fast Chicken, all you have to do is visit our website. That way, you'll have one of my all-time favorite go-to recipes right at your fingertips. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a 2 thumbs up way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Ahead at noon, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and gardening questions. You can email those questions to tips@channel3000.com. We'll get the answers for you next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The one thing Kamala Harris has always been: fearless. As a prosecutor, she put murderers and abusers behind bars. As California's Attorney General, she went after the big banks and won $20 billion for homeowners. And as Vice President, she took on the big drug companies to cap the cost of insulin for seniors. Because Kamala Harris has always known who she represents.
This campaign is about who we fight for. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. Where every senior can retire with dignity. But Donald Trump wants to take our country backward, to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations and end the Affordable Care Act. But we are not going back.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
A little help here?
Keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2026.
Call 866 for Feldco.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
No, these have at least a few 100 years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
I'm running to fight for an America where the economy works for working people, where you only have to work one job to pay the bills, and where hard work is rewarded, where reproductive rights are not just protected by the Constitution of the United States, but guaranteed in every state, because that's our America. And that's the America I believe in.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Customers are very surprised how quickly we can get the garage doors fixed.
When I'm on the job, it's go time.
We know tomorrow is too late.
Here at Precision, we have the best parts, best warranties, and we're always here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Welcome back at noon. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. You can email them to tips@channel3000.com. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Enjoying all this weather?
I am. I love it. The cooler temperatures. You can sleep at night.
It's perfect.
That's perfect.
I wish we could bottle this up and save it from like 6 months from now, but unfortunately.
We'll just have fond memories of it. That'll get us through the winter.
What do we got here today?
So we've got some summer flowering annuals are coming in bigger sizes. So this is gazania. And we've also got some annual sunflowers, things like zinnias. So if you need an extra pop of color in your yard, pots are looking kind of tired and mingy, come on in. We've got stuff to sort of perk everything up.
We love some color.
We need some pops of color.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the questions. First up, Charlie from Stoughton. Charlie is asking, why are flowering crab apple trees dropping their leaves so early this year?
Well, it has been a super fungusy year this year. So lots of rain, lots of warm temps. And so the crabapples, the defoliating is probably due to one called apple scab. So the leaves get black, sort of uneven patches, and they turn yellow, and then they fall off. This time of year, it's not such a big deal because trees are sort of starting to work their way into dormancy anyway. But what I would do is to do a really good cleanup, get all those leaves out of there as they fall, throw them in the trash, don't put them in your compost. And then next year, you might want to preventatively spray with a fungicide that is good for leaf spot diseases.
All right. Question number 2 from Glenda. Glenda wants to know why her grass gets orange powdery stuff on it in late summer. Is there something she can do to get rid of it? Their shoes, socks, feet, dogs are all orange. Is it dangerous to dogs or people too?
Fungus, fungus, fungus. This is another one that we're seeing a lot of this year called rust. And it is just like it sounds. It's a little growth on the back sides of leaves that that red powder, that rusty red powder, those are fungal spores. If there's just a little bit, you can kind of cut through it and rake, maybe give it some water. If it's a lot, there are fungicides that you can use. Fungicides that are helpful with rust are specific fungicides. So when you come into the garden center, make sure you tell them that you have rust, because not every fungicide on the shelf is suitable to treat rust.
All right, question number 3, Lisa from Baraboo. I think we're keeping that theme going here.
Yeah, we are keeping this going.
Her 4 lilac bushes are all looking really, really rough. Is this stress from heat, some pest or infection that she doesn't know about? They are all over 30 years old. She said she did see in a community Facebook group that others are struggling with this as well.
Yes, this is another fungus. This one's called Septoria leaf spot. And the spots, instead of staying sort of entire and the leaves changing like they do on the crabapple trees, these spots sort of coalesce. The leaves kind of turn blackish brown, look really dried, and fall off. If you look really closely at your lilacs, you will see that the tissue under the bark is nice and juicy green, and you've already got buds set for next year. Same thing as the crabapples. You're going to want to remove the source of inoculant, so by raking up and doing a good cleanup. And then you're going to want to spray preventatively next spring after the petals fall, so after they're done flowering, to sort of combat anything that might be hanging around from this year.
All right, we got like 25 seconds.
Okay.
Let's get to Kenneth and Becca's question. They're wondering when the best time to transplant black-eyed Susans should be done.
Black-eyed Susans are a pretty tough plant, but you don't want to do it while they're flowering. So if you need to move them now, cut back the flowers, cut the plants down to about 6 to 8 inches, and then make sure that you use some sort of root stimulating product, like root stimulator or bulb tone, to get those roots going and get them established before the winter comes.
All right, Lisa, thanks for your advice today.
You're welcome.
Let's get to Savannah's final check of the forecast.
Thanks, Josh. We are seeing some clouds increase. I do think we could see a very stray shower out there, at least across the Madison area. Better chances are going to remain well west and southwest of southern Wisconsin, but it's not impossible that we see a very stray shower today and tomorrow. However, our best chances Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday did not go for alert day conditions on Thursday, but Josh, definitely one to watch.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Thanks for joining us on a Monday afternoon. Hope you have a wonderful day. We're back with more news live at 4.